things, what it often will involve is even within each of ourselves to suppress certain instincts that bubble up as a first reaction, as a snap judgment, and think, well, gee, maybe I should think twice about my own conviction, and before I leap to an accusation, maybe free speech or maybe just the ability to stand back and consider the other person's view, gee, maybe that should apply to me too, not just to the other guy. So I think it'll always be a struggle, but I don't think it is that it's hopeless, that the dark side of human nature will always win.
Yeah, let's go over here. Second from the back. Yes.
Thanks. I'm Jennifer Pucciari. I'm a professor at INSEAD Business School. So a lot of the things I heard the panel talk about were political correctness between groups, right? So the academics versus the far right, or the Americans versus other nationalities. What I'm concerned about is political correctness within groups, and particularly at the moment with the Me Too movement within women. So in France, we had a lot of women put forward a big newspaper article in Le Monde putting a different viewpoint across, and they were totally slapped down by women saying, we should all have the same opinion, we should all bring together. So I'm interested what you think we can do within groups to stop this issue of political correctness.
Great question. Who would like to tackle that? Yeah.
No, I think it's a profound question, because one of the the painful aspects of identity politics is, paradoxically, it can be a kind of racism and sexism by assuming that if you're a woman, you must have a particular belief, which kind of runs against the principle that the whole point of gender equity is that women are individuals, have opinions, have arguments behind their opinions. Similarly to African Americans, there is certainly a widespread tendency to assume that if you're African American, you have a particular opinion. This is kind of factually incorrect, obviously. And it is partly behind the, I think, unarticulated argument for the ideal of diversity, where the justification for affirmative action policies that's been recognized by the courts and that's been advanced by universities is we need a lot of diversity. Where if diversity is defined by a bunch of different skin colors, a bunch of different ancestries, it kind of assumes that every person of a skin color has a particular opinion, and that's the way you diversify opinion, which is a kind of perverse. Diversity on campus has often been ridiculed as people who look different but think alike. And certainly the principle that just because you're a Korean American or a woman or an African American or come from a southern small town, your opinions are predictable, is one of the most undesirable features of identity politics.
But it also really